welcome back to another video here. Today with TravisPlays. Finally got it for once. This is how you're going to make an Ubuntu install disk. We're just going to first go over what I use to make an Ubuntu disk and how long it roughly takes and stuff like that. At the moment, I would suggest not using any other software. This is because most other softwares have often crashed on me and actually corrupted the USB drive, like broken it. Not like permanently corrupting, just temporarily disabling it until you have to go into disk part on CMD. Today we're going to be making the install disk called Ubuntu. Okay, so first of all, what we're going to be doing is we are going to be going to the first link in the description down below, which is SourceForge. Now if we open this link, there we go, you'll be brought to this page. Now let me just say, these projects down here, they haven't always worked for me. They work like 50% of the time, but this is because they aim to be fast. Win32 Disk Imager, whenever I've used it, has been aimed at getting it done, not being like snap your fingers and it's there. So it will be a bit slow, but that's not to say don't use it. So go download it now and wait for a 5-second timer. Hey presto, we have in our downloads. Guess I'll open it up. And this is not a virus, just so you know. A lot of things on SourceForge you do want to scan. I've scanned this on many previous machines. It's not harmful. We have Win32 Disk Imager. So if you accept agreements, of course, read through them. I don't, there's too many. I suggest not viewing readme.txt if you have experience in this, or applications like this and what they will do. If you do have experience, you can just untick that option and finish. And this will launch Win32 Disk Imager, which now we are just going to set aside. And just one quick note before we continue. If you are going to go ahead with this, please just be warned that what this will do to your USB drive is it will put it on a different file system and possibly make it unusable if you know how to turn it back. So please, unless you're an admin on your computer and you have access to disk management, or you know how to turn it back on from something else, then that is good. Well, for now, the next link we'll be going to is to download Ubuntu. The new version just got released a few weeks ago or something like that, so it's not on here. Alright, go 2010. So I suggest getting 2010 because it's the newer one and it's got everything in it before and possibly a bit more. But I already have it because I'm not going to wait 6 hours for it to download. I have it in my documents folder on my computer. There we go. So what you'll want to do is you want to have this on your desktop right here. There we go. Now your ISO is on your desktop and this is effectively a virtual disk. The next thing you're going to be doing is you're going to be going into Win32 Disk Imager. What you want to do is you want to browse for a file. You'll go to where you saved that file, which is desktop, and you'll have to turn from disk images to all files because Ubuntu. And you have to select a drive it's going to. Be advised if your main drive, so a Windows one, is an D or something like that, it may appear in here if it glitches. But you're most likely never going to have that happen because if you change your local disk to something other than, if you change it to something other than D, then a lot of things don't work anymore. So you have to have the know-how and the reason to do it. Next, what we're going to be doing is you're going to be ignoring this and we're going to be clicking right. Just make sure you read this. It's going to overwrite everything on that drive. So make sure you have nothing on it, for one. For two, it can get corrupted. Make sure you do search a way to uncorrupt a drive if that happens, because it's not going to be very good if you have just a corrupted drive there doing nothing. So you just want to click yes, and then it'll do it. So as you can see here, it will be a bit slow, but what it takes up in time, it makes up for in the fact that it does it properly. Other software like Rufus will sometimes say, oh hey, we're done. You go into you try and load it, and then it doesn't recognize this Ubuntu disk. It just thinks, oh, there's a USB drive there. Interesting. Okay, so the write is successful. So what we can do now is we can exit, and as you see, it's reappeared here. But yeah, that's how much I can go for visual demonstration. If you are on a computer where you are wanting to reset this, reset that computer and turn it to Ubuntu, most computers you'll have to power down your computer, or if you're on Windows, hold Shift key and click restart, which will take you to a recovery area, which all you need to do is go into boot from device or user device. USB drive and is often quite USB storage or something like that. You'll recognize what it is. If you are on a non-Windows system, so maybe a version of Linux or I don't know, a Mac. I'm not too sure about Macs for the thing I'm about to say, but if you are on a Mac, then please if you do know how to do it, please do it on your own. If not, look at another YouTube video. But what you'll be doing is you'll be hitting down F12 on boot upon powering on your computer again if you've not done the Windows option. So after you've done that, you'll need to continuously keep tapping it until you have your boot menu open, and then there should appear a USB drive if it's completed correctly. Hope you enjoyed this. Goodbye.